Top 10 richest Bitcoin owners in 2022. Technically, Bitcoin was worth less than 10 cents per Bitcoin upon its inception in 2009. The cryptocurrency has risen steadily since then and is now worth around $6,000 per Bitcoin. This is the most remarkable appreciation of the value and has created many millionaires over the last several years. Hey folks, welcome to Billionaire Crypto Investor. In today's video, we are going to share the top 10 richest Bitcoin owners in the world. So make sure to watch the video till the end. Before we jump in, make sure you subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon so you will never miss any update. Now, let's begin. Obviously, Satoshi Nakamoto is number one on our list. The founder of Bitcoin, who goes by the alias Satoshi Nakamoto, is still the largest Bitcoin holder. Based on his early mining, the number of Bitcoins that Nakamoto possesses today is estimated to be around 1.1 million. This is around $6 billion at today's conversion rate of one Bitcoin to 6,098 US dollars. At the very least, Nakamoto's never touched the majority of his Bitcoins, neither converting them into real-world currency nor using them for anything else. If he sold everything, the value of Bitcoin could drop in an instant. He is certainly one of the world's largest Bitcoin owners. Despite the fact that there are numerous other holders, Satoshi Nakamoto still has millions of Bitcoin in his wallet. Number 2, Bulgaria. Bulgaria now has one of the largest Bitcoin reserves in the world. How did the European nation come into possession of such a massive sum of money? Bulgarian law enforcement cracked down on organized crime in May 2017, resulting in the confiscation of 213,519 Bitcoins, enough to pay off a fourth of the country's national debt. The offenders, according to Bulgarian officials, utilized their technical prowess to avoid paying taxes. The virtual coins could be worth more than $1.2 billion. The Bulgarian government has refused to comment on the coin's status. It's worth noting that many other countries could be added to the list of the world's top Bitcoin owners. This is because governments occasionally seize small quantities of BTC from criminals and other individuals. Number 3, Bitfinex. Bitfinex, a cryptocurrency exchange, has one of the largest Bitcoin wallets with 163,133.38 BTC, worth almost $1 billion at current Bitcoin prices. The funds are thought to be kept in a cold wallet to safeguard them against cyber breaches, unauthorized access, and other vulnerabilities from an internet-connected system is prone to. This company has grown to become one of the largest in the cryptocurrency sector. However, in order to offer liquidity on the market, most exchanges maintain considerable amounts of BTC. Some services provide vital information about the exchanges that now store Bitcoin. Number 4, the FBI. The FBI is one of the most well-known Bitcoin holders. They closed down Silk Road, the infamous dark web drug market, in September 2013 and seized 144,000 Bitcoin owned by the site's operator, Ross Ulbricht, also known as Dread Pirate Roberts. Ulbricht made significant mistakes that allowed investigators to track him down and link him to the site. Silk Road users are reported to have transacted over 9.5 million Bitcoin since Ulbricht founded the site in 2011. Despite the fact that the FBI sold a major portion of their Bitcoin holdings, if not all of them, the FBI is worth mentioning because they formerly had wealth in Bitcoin. Barry Silbert received a considerable share of the Bitcoin seized and sold. Although this appears to be a favorable development, a state organization holding BTC, it may not be beneficial to the overall ecosystem. The organization may be opposed to Bitcoin and is attempting to combat it. Number 5, the Winklevoss Twins. Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss were among the first Bitcoin billionaires. The duo rose to prominence after suing Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg for allegedly taking the idea for Facebook from them. They were approached by Zuckerberg to create the ConnectU website, which would subsequently become Facebook. In 2013, they spent $11 million of the $65 million in the monetary settlement they earned from the court issue with Zuckerberg to buy 1.5 million Bitcoins. At the time, one Bitcoin was worth $120. Since then, the investment has grown by more than 20,000%. The twins are said to own about 1% of all Bitcoin in circulation. Their combined net worth is $400 million. They invented Windex, backed various Bitcoin-related businesses, and put $1.5 million into BitInstant. They have been working in the crypto ecosystem for the last few years and intend to continue doing so in the coming years. As a result, the Winklevoss twins are among the world's largest Bitcoin owners at the moment. Number 6, Garvin Anderson. Although Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, Garvin Anderson is credited with making it what it is today. Garvin is one of the people accused of being Satoshi, which he rejects. Rather, he claims to have had a long friendship with the unidentified cryptographer. In late 2010, the actual Satoshi Nakamoto chose him as his successor. Garvin rose to become the lead developer of the open source code that governs how Bitcoin works, and if it can survive. The Bitcoin Foundation once awarded him almost $200,000 in Bitcoin for his contributions. He'd already cashed out several times. Garvin Anderson is no longer as involved in Bitcoin as he once was. However, we believe he is still one of the largest Bitcoin owners at the moment. Number 7. Roger Ver. Roger Ver, sometimes known as Bitcoin Jesus, was one of the first Bitcoin billionaires and is thought to own or have owned at least 100,000 Bitcoins. The well-known libertarian is said to have dropped out of college to focus on Bitcoin-related initiatives. Unlike other crypto billionaires, Ver's claim is to construct his own libertarian republic where every individual is the absolute owner of their own life and is free to do whatever they want with their person or property. In 2014, the controversial Bitcoin advocate renounced his U.S. citizenship and fled to a small Caribbean island. It's worth noting that Roger Ver then switched to Bitcoin Cash rather than remaining in the Bitcoin ecosystem. This has caused significant damage to Bitcoin in the past, but his continued participation in the market is valued by all. Furthermore, despite his decision to switch to Bitcoin Cash, he may be one of the largest Bitcoin owners. Number 8. Barry Silbert. Silbert's the founder of Digital Currency Group and a venture capitalist. He was a Bitcoin early adopter. He allegedly won 48,000 Bitcoins at an auction organized by the United States Marshal Service in 2014. The U.S. government has seized a large number of cryptocurrency coins from Ross Ulbricht, the alleged operator of the dark web marketplace for drugs and other illegal goods. Because Bitcoin was worth $350 at the time, Silbert's coins increased in value from $16.8 million to $288 million. Number 9. Charlie Shrem. Charlie Shrem's without a question one of the most divisive Bitcoin millionaires. He bought a lot of Bitcoin in the early days of cryptocurrency. Shrem was also a member of the Bitcoin Foundation and started BitInstant at the age of 22. Shrem was found guilty of money laundering and sentenced to 2 years in jail by the end of December 2014. Following his release from federal detention, he launched Intellisys Capital, a company that buys investment portfolios in blockchain startups. Although he's not stated how many Bitcoins he owns, he apparently purchased a few thousand when they were only worth a few $100s. Those are now worth millions of dollars. And last but not least, Tony Gallipi. Tony Gallipi, a well-known business entrepreneur, is also thought to be a significant Bitcoin owner. He is the brains of BitPay, one of the world's most prominent Bitcoin payment service providers. The company was founded in May 2011 and currently handles over $1 million every day. BitPay has also signed collaborations with large corporations such as Microsoft, Dell, Tiger Direct, and Newegg. By 2014, the company had roughly 100 employees. Now let's talk about the richest addresses on the Bitcoin blockchain. There are currently 153,000 Bitcoin owners or addresses with 10 or more BTC. Surprisingly, these addresses, which account for only 0.57% of all wallets in the market, contain more than 15,400,000 BTC. This is over 75% of the entire number of Bitcoin that will ever exist in the market. According to BitInfoChart's data, there are also 140,596 addresses worth more than $100,000. Only 4 addresses hold more than 100,000 coins, which is unusual. If exchanges wish to keep funds, they usually use multiple wallets instead of just one. These could really be large whales who want to keep all of their wealth in a single wallet. The majority of them are Bitcoin owners with big sums of money. The top 5 dormant addresses that have held BTC for more than 5 years account for 1.2% of all coins in circulation. These addresses own 212,402 BTC, indicating that there are significant whales that are now hoarding Bitcoin and waiting for the virtual currency's price to rise. The majority of these Bitcoin owners have a big amount of deposits, but only a few withdrawals. Because many of these wallets are anonymous, the market has no idea to who these monies belong. These wallets are typically supported by crypto hedge funds, exchanges, and significant investors. The number of Bitcoin owners may grow in the future. Indeed, we can see how corporations and major corporations are entering the market. Many of the world's greatest Bitcoin owners are now corporations that have gained exposure to the world's largest virtual currency. Alright folks, this brings us to the end of our video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you always stay updated. Thanks for watching!